Hello, this is Julian. In this video we'll look at extra charts and in particular the series template property and the series collection and when to use one over the other. So here I have a Scratch web application. I'll go to the Solution Explorer and I want to add an Access database which holds the series data that I want to display. There it is, it's added to the website now. Now we're going to drop a web chart control onto the form. And the very first thing we're going to do now is to create a data source for that Access database that we just added to the solution. So we call it GSP. The file should be in the app data directory. There it is. And we just want region, year, and GSP for gross state product. So we created our data source now. Now let's quickly change the size of the chart control a little bit so we have something easier to see. So about 500 by 600 pixels. There are two ways of defining a series of data points to display in a chart. The first one is the series template, as it's called, and the other one is the series collection. The series template is a way of flattening out what might be called three-dimensional data. In our GSP Access database, we have essentially three axes. We have the region, we have the year, and we have the GSP, the gross state product. With those three dimensions to each point, we can't display it on a 2D graph. I'm just going to create a bar graph here. So what we do is to use a series template to specify one of those axes, and it will generate single series for each of the other two dimensions. So if I set the series data member up here, if I set that to the year, then I'm going to flatten the graph or the chart based upon the year. The argument data member along the bottom here, that's going to be the region. And the value data member, which is along the left-hand side, that's going to be the GSP. So notice we now have a chart, a 2D chart, with, well, actually several 2D charts based upon the year this time. So we have 5 series for years 2000 through 2004. Let me just clean up the chart a little bit here. We'll just turn off the labels on top of the chart, so we just make it a little easier to see. And now we need to change the legend for or the label for the x-axis. So just close the label up here. Go to the XY diagram, or the diagram. There we are. We need the x-axis, or axis X. And go down to the label, and we'll just set the angle to something slanting, say minus 45 degrees. There we are. And I've changed each point, which has 3 dimensions to specify the point, the year, the GSP, and the region, into a series of planes or 2D points, and each plane is a different year. So we have year 2000 through 2004. Now what I'm going to do is to clear the series data member. So set it to none. And that will clear the series template and the chart goes away. Now I'm going to set up roughly exactly the same chart now, but by specifying separate series. So we're going to add a bar series. In fact, we'll add another one. It says bar. And a third one. I don't want to do all 5. We're going to set each of these series out to be a separate year. So here in the series collection editor, let's make it a little bigger, we can do exactly the same thing as with the series template, but this time we're just setting it up year by year. So the argument is the region. The value data member is the GSB. And now we need to set it up. We need to set a data filter so that we only specify a single year. So year equals 2000 for the first one. Okay, that's the first series set up. Let's go to series 2 now. Set up exactly the same things. So the argument is the region. The value data member is the GSP. And we set the data filter for this series to be the year equals 2001. And the third series, exactly the same thing. Set the region for the argument. The value data member becomes a GSP. And the data filter again, this time we'll check to see whether the year is equal to 2002. There we are, we're all set up. So now we set up the 3 series, we close the dialog, and we can see the chart. Same labels along the bottom, and we have the 3 series. I've only set up 3, as you saw. Let's just change a couple of more things. We'll change the name of the series, say, to 2000 for series 1, 2001 for series 2, and for series 3 we'll set it to 2002. And we ought to basically set the labels, turn the labels off as well. So let's go down to labels and set the visibility to false. Go next to the series, visibility false, and the final series, again, false. And there we see we have exactly the same diagram, apart from the fact I only have 3 years, and 2 years missing. The series template is great if you have data which is 3-dimensional in nature, and you can easily create a set of series of data out of that 3-dimensional data. And the series collection gives you more control over the whole process. And so you can add other series which are not in the series template. So there you have it, the difference between the series template and the series collections. Until next time.